Will you bow with me? Eternal source of wisdom and hope, known to us in many traditions and in many ways, we pause at the beginning of this commencement to give thanks for this day, this community, and these graduates. We are grateful for minds that have been stretched, for questions that would not let us go, for friendships that have sustained us, and for all family, faculty, staff, and mentors whose care and sacrifice have made this moment possible. As these graduates step from classroom to world, may their learning be joined with integrity, their talent with responsibility, their success with a commitment to the common good. Grant that they may do well in their endeavors and also do good, advancing knowledge, seeking justice, and contributing to communities of dignity and compassion. Bless Illinois Wesleyan University, that it may continue to be a place where people of many faiths and of no formal faith learn side by side, ask honest questions, and grow in both knowledge and wisdom. For the promise we see in these graduates and for the shared hope we carry into the future, we offer our gratitude. Amen. You may be seated.
Welcome. Distinguished guests, faculty, staff, parents, family, and friends, and most of all, our students. I am honored to be with you today and to have watched and sometimes participated with you in a year of tremendous achievement. The commitment of our faculty at Illinois Wesleyan University is unmatched. The support of our staff is truly special. Most of all, the relentless pursuit of excellence by this class of 2026 is something we will all remember. The talent that you brought to Illinois Wesleyan 4 years ago and then cultivated and displayed on a daily basis will forever be cherished by the faculty, staff, alumni, and friends of Illinois Wesleyan. My primary role this year has been to hold up a mirror to show you and the world just how good you really are. Whether it be on the stage, or in the halls of music, or the art galleries, or the Bloomberg Lab, or the nursing labs, or the quantum presentations, or the student teaching experiences, or the Argus, or student government, or the Unity Gala, or John Wesley Powell presentations, or the Muse Conference presentations, the Fine Arts Festival, or the fields and courts of athletic competition. Your accomplishments and displays of talent are the result of hard work and great teaching that will be hard to match in the future. Your class might be small in number, but definitely mighty in spirit. It also did not go unnoticed that this might have been nourished and cultivated by many late nights at Ames Library, considerable time spent at Saga, and a few hours on the quad, and maybe a little exploration of downtown Bloomington and uptown Normal. Get to know each other a little bit better, especially this week. For a class such as yours that has supported one another and accomplished so much in your time together, there's not a whole lot of advice yet to give. You have listened well, inside and outside of the classroom. You have earned a quality liberal arts education. In that time, you have been taught to do well and to do good. Do well and do good has even been set to music and has become our anthem at IWU. It's in our DNA, part of our ethos, so to speak. But as I turn this program over to our four speakers today, I want to share one last piece of insight and to underscore just how you might continue to do good as you proceed from these hallowed halls of learning. With all of your talent and your well-earned education, you will no doubt do well in life. But that talent and that education will be meaningless if you don't continue to do good. As I was reading the New York Times bestseller, Theo of Golden, recently, the author, Alan Levy, referred to the renowned poet William Wordsworth of the late 1700s. And I believe his words may guide you best. Wordsworth once noted that the best portion of a good person's life is the little, nameless, unremembered acts of kindness and love. The little, nameless, unremembered acts of kindness and love that truly makes one's life special. In a time of intense social media attention and a winner-take-all society, you will do well. You have certainly learned that at Illinois Wesleyan. You will certainly do well, but more importantly, you will do good. But not by boasting or shouting about it from the mountaintops. That's not the Wesleyan way. You will do it differently through the little, nameless, unremembered acts of kindness and love. Congratulations, class of 2026. Go make a difference in the world. Success is in the little things.
Good afternoon. On behalf of the Illinois Wesleyan Board of Trustees, it is truly a privilege to welcome all of you here today and to offer our congratulations on the graduating class of 2026. This special occasion prompts many emotions. For our graduates, your walk across this stage today reflects real accomplishment that comes from not only finding success in greater academic challenge, but in discovering and excelling in fields of study you may not even have imagined when you arrived here on your first day. This is a unique advantage of a liberal arts university, one that you will further come to appreciate as the years go by. For all of our graduates, many supporters here that are filling this room, family and friends with us today, there is a tremendous pride in what your student has accomplished. I know each graduate is grateful for your presence today and for the help and encouragement you provided throughout their college journey. All of us in the Wesleyan community are grateful too. Congratulations and thanks to all of you for that effort. Graduates, while it's natural to focus and yes, be a bit anxious about what lies ahead, we hope you are taking a little time to reflect on your Illinois Wesleyan experience and revel in your accomplishment. It was likely a quick 4 years that offered many new experiences, new intellectual challenges, expansion of curiosity, and you built some great memories forged in being part of the Illinois Wesleyan community. There's no doubt that one of the most rewarding experiences for me as chair of the Board of Trustees and for any trustee is to have the conversation with our students that we enjoy. This is never a disappointing conversation and is always quite invigorating. I am often intrigued by the diversity of pursuits shared with me and the enthusiasm by which these studies are embraced by you. It is usually evident that the student was encouraged by one of our dedicated professors to explore something new and something they had not considered before. And they are always glad they did. While we have a student body of diverse backgrounds and interests, our students consistently convey a palpable energy and drive, an exuberance for learning, a heightened curiosity, and a contagious passion for doing well. I share this with you as I believe these attributes and the positive energy ever present in these conversations are a byproduct of your IWU experience and will serve you well in whatever career and life pathway you choose. An interesting article appeared in the Wall Street Journal last week. It reported that conversations in America had reduced by 28% over the last 10 years. Perhaps it comes as no surprise in today's world of smartphones, texting, AirPods in our ears, and work from home. Conversation is a gift that should be fully taken advantage of. It is richer in content than a written exchange. In the era of advancing technology and AI, conversations remain uniquely, if not more powerful, in sharing and listening, providing a listening and learning opportunity, and presenting who you are. It is vital as a bridge to relationship building. Given my experience with our students here, I am confident that your conversation skills can be a strength for you in your work and in all aspects of your life. Graduates, I encourage you to fully use this to your advantage. Some of you may wonder how prepared you are for life after Illinois Wesleyan. There's much debate on the national stage about the value of a college education. If more of these critics would meet our alumni, including our new alumni here, I think their views might be very different. In my experience, with titans of every generation, I find not only success in careers in life, but a grateful reflection and credit to their Illinois Wesleyan experience. While you will have much yet to learn, you will enter a career with a head start. I have worked with many IWU grads in my career, and I was never disappointed. They consistently emerged among their peers by their hard work, crisp grasp of new things, and a very strong effectiveness in communication. So regardless of your major field of study here, these are common strengths that I believe come with every diploma awarded today. While you're leaving us now, it is our hope that you will choose to remain very actively attached to this campus and to the IWU community. This place and the relationships you've made here can be much more than a source of good memories and friendship. It offers connections and resources that you will find both enjoyable and very valuable throughout your life. And the many alumni that I have come to know throughout my life have made me increasingly grateful for my Illinois Wesleyan education and experience. We could not be more excited for what lies ahead for each of you in the class of 2026. This is a bird's eye view up here, and you look very, very good today. Again, we congratulate you. There is no doubt that your experience here taught you the value of hard work and prepared you to not only do well, but achieve more. We look forward to observing your progression over the years ahead, and I thank you.
Families, friends, faculty, staff, and my fellow members of the class of 2026. My name is Chloe Shipkowski, and I'm so honored to be here with you today to celebrate commencement. We did it. We're about to get the paper, I mean diploma, but before we pose for pictures and gather around more light refreshments, I'm grateful to be here with you today to pause and reflect on what made our college experiences so special. 4 years ago, we arrived at Illinois Wesleyan as strangers to ourselves, to each other, and to the lives we thought we had figured out. Today, we leave changed. The person you're sitting next to right now isn't the same person who moved in their freshman dorm, walked into their first class, or nervously raised their hand for the first time. And neither are you. At IWU, we learned that growth begins with curiosity. There's a quote from the show Ted Lasso that says, "Be curious, not judgmental." That idea lived in our classrooms, our clubs, and our conversations. It showed up in trial classes that turned into majors, majors that turned into double majors, and paths that changed entirely. Being a student at Illinois Wesleyan meant learning alongside people whose lives looked very different from our own. Athletes and artists, international and first-generation students, pre-medical students studying alongside business majors, and students who worked late-night shifts that still showed up the next morning. And somehow, we made it work. And we didn't just study here. We lived here. We remember saga meals and dugout sandwiches, finals week, PB&J nights, student senates, unity gala, cab bull riding, stuff-a-plush, and pizza taste tests, walking the Constitution Trail, grabbing coffee at Coffee Hound and cookies at Ivy Lane, and yes, the fire alarm going off in your dorm due to burnt popcorn. We also lived through change together, a new president, a new provost, new spaces on campus, all during a time when higher education itself was being debated. And still, we chose this place. We chose to challenge our thinking. We chose excellence. We chose this community. Along the way, many of us were given advice that stuck with us. One piece I hold close came from Patrick Zajac at the Hart Career Center. You belong in every room you're in. As we enter our post-grad lives without the structure of classes guiding us, we must recognize everything that we've done to become the people we are. We balanced classes and jobs, leadership roles and friendships, service, and self-doubt. Along the way, we were involved in more than we ever thought possible. Clubs, organizations, research, performances, teams, often all at once. I don't think anyone here planned for the exact circumstances that brought them to this moment today, especially those supporting our graduates. I'm sure whatever highway or road or parking issue you encountered was littered with construction or you had to beep a couple times, but we greatly appreciate your journey here. Just like your path to this moment, plans will change. I think about college as a playground. It gave us a space to try, to fail, and to figure things out before the stakes felt permanent. And now, as we diverge paths, we must recognize that our routes won't look the same, and they are not supposed to. In this new, dynamic world we are entering, let yourself feel everything. Be scared. Be open. Be human. With rising housing costs, an uncertain job market, and the rapid growth of artificial intelligence, the world can feel unpredictable. But you have the power to preserve what matters most, our humanity. To act creatively, think critically, and maintain authentic relationships. No matter what happens, it will be hard. But just like college, you deserve to chase your dreams, to strive for success, and to speak up in a room full of people who think differently. IWU taught us that it's okay to try before you're ready, to speak up even when your voice shakes, to lead imperfectly, to care deeply even when it would be easier not to. There's a quote from the Stephen King novel, It. Yes, I'm referencing the crazy story about a killer clown during a graduation speech. You're welcome, Mom and Dad. That says, maybe there aren't any such things as good friends or bad friends. Maybe there are just friends. People who stand by you when you're hurt and who help you feel not so lonely. IWU gave us those people, the ones who stayed up late with us, who showed up when things were hard, who reminded us that we weren't alone. So, as we leave this place, my hope is that we carry the people and ideas that Illinois Wesleyan gave us, not just in our resumes, but in how we show up. That we stay curious, that we choose kindness, that we build community wherever we land. Moving forward, remember everything. that made you smile and cry continue to be present every day of your life, through the good and the bad. Lastly, I'll leave you with words far better than my own from former President Minor Myers Jr. Go out into the world and do well. But more importantly, go into the world and do good. And if there's one thing this class has proven, it's that we will. Congratulations, class of 2026.
Good afternoon, class of 2026, and congratulations. My name is Tyler. I'm one of the professors here, and it's my honor to share a few remarks with you today. One piece of advice I received years ago that has stuck is this. In life, when you're doing something meaningful and important, do whatever you can to not go it alone. Instead, collaborate with trusted colleagues, friends, and family to achieve your best work. Given that I felt my remarks to you today should be meaningful, I made sure to collaborate. Luckily, my vocation as a college professor means my network includes countless recent IU graduates. And so, on our behalf, I sought their sage wisdom on what comes next and how to navigate it. Upon hearing perspectives from nearly a dozen recent graduates, a very clear common theme emerged, which is this. Graduation day can feel like you're sitting at the starting gate of the next race you have to run. The race starts, and it feels like some people are sprinting. Or maybe it's you that feels some pressure to sprint, to run and get started on that next big thing, a job, more school, whatever that looks like. Never mind the fact that you're still tired and trying to catch your breath from the race to today's finish line that you just completed. Or maybe that's not you at all. Instead, you may feel like you're staggering a bit because, for the first time in as long as you remember, the next step is a bit unclear. And so, when the race starts, you're concerned that you may fall behind. I remember feeling that way, as did many of the recent graduates that I heard from. But here's what we learned in the year or two following graduation. The next step is not a race, because there is no finish line. What happens next is your own personal walk through your own path at your own pace, learning as you go, often from unexpected opportunities and people you haven't even met yet, mentors waiting around the corner. Graduates, before you know it, on your own path, you'll be hitting your stride. Avery, class of 2024, puts it like this. There's no linear experience for life after college. All steps are steps in the right direction. And there's no deadline for you to find your place and to hit your stride. No one's waiting at an imaginary finish line with a medal for the person who was successful the fastest after graduating. Like Avery, every recent graduate talked about the next few years being an exciting time of self-discovery for them. Jaden, class of 2025, shared, spend the next few years better understanding what you want out of life, in and out of your career. There really is no better time to try things and take chances. Whether it ends up going exactly how you hoped or not, it still gives you something valuable because it will teach you something about your interests, your strengths, and where you still need to grow. Now, I can personally relate to Avery and Jaden's advice. The year after I graduated from college was the most formative year of my career, yet, going into that year, I could have never predicted the lessons out in front of me and how they would form my vocational identity. I wanted to study microbiology, but I wasn't yet accepted into graduate school. So, instead, I joined AmeriCorps, a national service organization. Instead of doing microbiology experiments, I worked full-time in 2 public elementary schools on the bad side of town, right outside of Seattle. My job description was simple. Work with boys that can't read and make them read. For months, we made no progress. I was failing, but I was also learning. Like Jaden said, it was valuable. I had to adjust and try something new. So, one day, instead of getting out the books, we got out games. And I had them read the instructions and the words printed on the game board as we were playing. Now, I didn't tell them this at the time, but those boys read that day, and they would read the next day as we went on a walk and wrote and read sentences about what we saw. And so it went. They were reading. They had no idea. I think they just thought they wore me down. Next thing I knew, we started connecting, laughing, and having fun. After that, the reading score started to tick up a bit, and just like that, life had given me an experience, an opportunity to learn, and I was starting to hit my stride. Hitting my stride had nothing to do with reaching a certain career goal. I wasn't even yet working in my career. It was just about staying open to learning, adapting, and growing. Jaden told me a quote she keeps coming back to this year in her gap year is, "Everything is a win when the goal is experience." The following year, I left Seattle and started graduate school in Chicago, but with a new perspective. I didn't care about the microbes anymore. Instead, my unique path and my openness to self-discovery revealed to me that I wanted to teach, and I wanted my classrooms to be fun. These days, if you walk into my anatomy and physiology class, it kind of just looks like an elementary school. We play games, we tell stories, draw pictures, I throw balls at them, we blow up balloons. One day each spring semester, I wrap a few students up in toilet paper. We laugh, we have fun, we learn. As far as I can tell, I'm still hitting my stride, and I still haven't seen a finish line. So, graduates, go forth, find your own path, forget about some imaginary finish line or the idea of running yet another race. Instead, discover how you personally want to make an impact. Learn life's lessons at your own pace, hit your stride, and then protect it, relying on friends, family, and your IWU home. Congratulations.
There's a long tradition in higher education of appointing faculty members to endowed professorships and chairs. At Illinois Wesleyan, this honor is reserved for members of the faculty who have distinguished themselves through exemplary teaching and active engagement of students, outstanding scholarship and/or artistic achievement, and service at the very highest levels of the university. The guiding principle in awarding an endowed professorship is that the individual represents our highest aspirations for faculty members on this campus. Endowed professors are listed on page 16 in your commencement booklet. At this time, I ask that all endowed professors please rise to be recognized. Distinguished academic achievement by our students is recognized in a variety of ways at Illinois Wesleyan. I refer you now to the graduation honors in your commencement booklet on pages 3 and 4. Cumulative academic distinction is noted by the awarding of the Latin honors summa cum laude, magna cum laude, and cum laude. The honor appears in the program with the graduate's name after their major field of study and is printed on their diploma. We commend these students for outstanding scholarly performance over the course of their years at Illinois Wesleyan. 13 students are graduating with research honors, awarded for their projects of original research under the guidance of a faculty member. Finally, each year we announce the nominees and recipients of several other commencement honors. The Hope Ellen Pape President's Club Award in the Fine Arts is given to Jackson Baker from the School of Music. The Annabelle Scroggin Anderson Award is given to Otis Burris. The John L. Clark Award in Literary Studies is presented to Hannah Steck. The Nikki K. Pape President's Club Award for Excellence in Writing is given to Dana Janik. The Professor David Bailey Prize in Chemistry is awarded to Rem Quintin David. The Harold C. Hodges President's Club Award in Natural Science and Mathematics is presented to Wanda Lindquist. The Donald R. Kane Memorial Award for Outstanding Achievement in the Humanities is given to Selena Gossaini. The Robert S. Eckley President's Club Award in Social Science is presented to Vun Lay. The Caroline F. Rupert Nursing Award is given to Josephine Chip. The Catherine Riedelbach Baker Music Award is presented to Jackson Baker. The William T. Beatles Award for Exceptional Achievement in Business Administration is awarded to Chloe Shipkowski. The Jack C. Fields Prize for Excellence in Accounting is given to Mark Freudkor. The Larry Shue Drama Award is presented to Malaya Neeson. The Hester Murren Ayers Art Achievement Award is given to Elisa German. One of the most significant recognitions that a university can bestow upon an individual is an honorary degree. At Illinois Wesleyan, this tradition reflects a desire to recognize those who've distinguished themselves personally and professionally, and whose lives demonstrate a commitment to values consistent with the mission of the university. All nominations are reviewed by the Honorary Degrees Committee and approved by the Board of Trustees. This year, we recognize Colleen Canaday. Colleen Canaday served as the president of Carl Broman Medical Center, a 200-bed acute care hospital in Normal, Illinois, as well as Carl Eureka Hospital, a 25-bed critical access hospital in Eureka, Illinois, from 2010 until her retirement in February 2026. Both organizations are part of the Carle Health system located in Urbana, Illinois. Prior to joining Carle, Colleen was the president of St. Francis Hospital and Health Center in Blue Island, Illinois. She was also vice president of operations at St. Eugene Community Hospital in Dillon, South Carolina. Both St. Francis and St. Eugene were members of SSM Health, a Catholic system in St. Louis, Missouri, and the first healthcare recipient of the Malcolm Baldrige National Quality Award. Colleen holds a master's degree in healthcare administration from St. Louis University and a bachelor's degree in political science from Santa Clara University in Santa Clara, California. Colleen currently serves on the Board of Trustees for Illinois Wesleyan University and is a former board member of Illinois Hospital Association. Colleen and her husband, Kim, live in Bloomington and are the proud parents of 2 adult children.
Whereas you have distinguished yourself in a career defined by service to others and positive impact on the health of communities you influence, whereas you strengthened the organizations you led through significant change, including in your role for more than a decade as president of Carl Broman Medical Center and Carl Eureka Hospital, whereas your career in healthcare leadership included hospitals within the not-for-profit Sisters of St. Mary Health System, which became the first healthcare recipient of the Malcolm Baldrige National Quality Award. Whereas you were known for building strong relationships and teams, fostering collaboration, and uplifting the dedication, compassion, and integrity of those around you. Whereas your contributions have earned honors, including the American Hospital Association Grassroots Champion Award, the YWCA McLean County Women of Distinction Award, and the McLean County Chamber of Commerce Athena Award. And whereas you have been recognized for achieving the highest level of professional excellence and contributing your time and energy to improve the quality of life for countless others. It is therefore with recognition for your life of excellence, leadership, and service that the Board of Trustees of Illinois Wesleyan salutes you and confirms upon you, Colleen Canaday, the degree of the Doctor of Humane Letters this 3rd day of May, 2026.
By the authority vested in me by the Board of Trustees of Illinois Wesleyan University, I hereby confer upon you, Colleen Canaday, the degree of Doctor of Humane Letters, honoris causa.
Thank you. So thank you, Dr. Z, and to the Board of Trustees for this outstanding honor. If you noticed when I stood up, I was kind of ducking as they were placing this around my neck. I am a girl from the 80s. You mothers will appreciate this with my Aquanet hairspray. And I was like, please don't mess up my hair. So, thank you, Tim. In all seriousness, I'm so delighted to have the honor to be with you today, to be able to speak. You, our graduating students, our class of 2026, are the absolute best and brightest, and it's my honor to be here with you today. You are so well prepared academically, I know that, and if I'm honest with you, it's actually been a little intimidating for me thinking about what might I talk about and share with you that might be meaningful or something you'll remember. I've polled several of my friends recently. I graduated myself almost 40 years ago. And I said, does anybody remember who spoke at your graduation? To a person, the answer is no. So I don't expect that you're going to remember who spoke at your graduation, but I hope to be able to share with you a couple of points today that will be helpful as you go out into the world and share with you a few thoughts that have been meaningful and really impactful for me over my 35-year career in healthcare administration. So the 2 points that I want to talk to you about today, I want to share with you a few thoughts on building resilience and also on the power of self-talk. So hang with me before you tune out. So I'm going to take you back to my growing up years 50 plus years ago. I grew up in Spokane, Washington, so go Seattle. Grew up in Spokane, Washington in a very tight-knit neighborhood. I grew up in a neighborhood where there were 7 girls, 6 of which were the same age, and then there was me, and I was 2 years younger than all of them. And my sister, 2 years older, was the same age as the other girls, and I was 2 years younger. So imagine, they're 7, I'm 5, I'm the pest that is hanging around, playing with them, bothering them. And I learned one of the most powerful lessons when I was 5 years old that I've carried with me today that I didn't even know. They were so mean to me, and they said, you can't play with us, go back, go home, you're not staying. So I would go home crying to my mom, and she would look at me, because they didn't want me there, and they were not very nice, and she looked at me and she said, you are good enough to play with them, and she did this, you go back and tell them you can play with them. So you know what I did? I squared my shoulders, I marched on back, and I said, I can stay and play with you. And I finally wore them down, and they allowed me to stay and play. Now, that doesn't mean that they were always very nice to me. In fact, some of you have heard me say this before. They did give me the nickname Undecorated Crybaby Christmas Tree. Okay, how awful is that? Undecorated crybaby Christmas tree. Try to unpack it. What does that even mean? I don't know. It was awful. But I learned a very valuable lesson, and it was actually my sister, who's 2 years older, who reminded me about 10 years ago. It is true, and it's carried through my career. What I learned is no did not mean no. No meant find another way. And so, quite frankly, for the setbacks and the no's and the rejections, it actually fuels me and brings out my competitiveness to be able to work harder and find a different way to move forward. I didn't realize that until I was later on in life. Throughout my 35-year career, I have faced many setbacks, many disappointments, and I will not talk about the specifics because we would be here far too long and your eyes will glaze over. But what I want to share with you are a couple thoughts about resilience that I hope you will take with you. Resilient people do not allow setbacks and disappointment to take them down. Resilient people adapt to the circumstances, recover from the circumstances, and navigate adversity. How do you do this? You focus on mental flexibility, you focus on managing your emotions, which sometimes it takes a minute to be able to do. And then, most importantly, I think, you think about actionable solutions, right? If you're gonna stay stuck, you're not gonna move forward. And setbacks are a part of life that I know you've already experienced and will continue to experience. So the choice is really within your control. And quite frankly, we're not born with resilience. Resilience is a skill that you can learn and practice over time. A few examples that I want to share with resilience. Do we have any Taylor Swift fans? Any Swifties in the audience? Really? I'm going to ask. I'm a huge Swiftie. I may or may not have dressed in the Lover era for the Eras concert. Do we have any Swiftie fans in the audience? Okay, a little bit better. You are really not a Swiftie audience. Well, let me tell you, did you know that Taylor Swift at the age of 11 was rejected by every record label? Every record label rejected her the first time around at the age of 11. She has said, what did she do? She went back and she focused on how can she stand out. She focused heavily on her songwriting, teaching herself guitar, and actually writing original songs, those things that would differentiate her. She took action to differentiate herself and didn't just stop. She's also said in many interviews, if you care about Taylor Swift, that criticism has been one of her biggest drivers in songwriting that has helped produce some of her greatest hits. That's resilience. For those of you here who are not Taylor Swift fans and don't care to talk about Taylor Swift, how about Michael Jordan? You want to talk about Michael Jordan? Yay, okay, we got some a little more interesting there. I would argue Michael Jordan, greatest basketball player of all time. LeBron fans, we can debate it afterwards, so come see me, I'm good with that. But what I want to say is, did you know he was cut from his high school basketball team when he was a sophomore? He was cut from his high school basketball team. And he has said in interviews, what did he do? Well, he's human. He went home, he locked his bedroom door, and he cried. So he had a meltdown. That's okay. But it's what he did after that. He didn't allow the rejection to define him. In fact, it motivated him. He went on to say that he practiced relentlessly, got up earlier than everybody else to get in more reps and to practice. It propelled him forward to work on his skills and actually to use that personal snub as motivation to move him forward. Where would we be today if Taylor Swift and Michael Jordan gave up because of rejection and the setbacks they faced? So as you graduate, you will face setbacks. That's part of being human. What I say to you is, believe in yourself. Believe in yourself. Invest in your mental health. I come out of the healthcare field, and I am an absolute proponent for mental health, support, wellness, therapy, investing in yourself. And allow setbacks to drive you forward and to give you energy to think creatively. Because oftentimes those closed doors that feel so awful in the moment are our greatest blessings. We just can't see them at the time. Now, the second area, I'm going to pivot, and I want to talk about the power of self-talk. I had a coach, not a sports coach. I had a professional development coach say to me early in my career, another great lesson. She said, Colleen, every one of us has that gremlin on our shoulder. She called it a gremlin. She said, what is your gremlin saying to you? What is that self-talk? What are you telling yourself, and what are you feeding your brain? Are you saying things like, oh, you're not good enough, you're going to fail, you didn't do this, somebody else is better? Or are you telling yourself the positive things and reaffirming who you are? I also learned, which I thought was very interesting, your brain, when you think about self-talk, and remember this, your brain does not have the ability to differentiate your self-talk as from somebody else giving you that feedback. So you're telling yourself something negative is the same as somebody else. Your brain is processing it like somebody else is telling you that, and you're internalizing it. So I challenge you, change your self-talk, because you have the ability to be able to change your actions and your behaviors. In all reality, our thoughts, think about this, our thoughts, our emotions, and our behaviors are all connected. And so if you change the internal dialogue, you have the ability to change the outcome. Change the internal dialogue, and you change the outcome. It's really remarkable how the brain rewires itself. So I challenge you, be kind to yourself. Talk to yourself in the same way you would talk to somebody you deeply respect. If you find yourself saying negative self-talk, think about, would I say that to somebody else? What you say to yourself, make sure it's forward-moving, it's action-oriented, and it's providing you with direction. And remember, repetition builds habit. As you do it time and time again, it will become your default. My dad used to say to me when I was out practicing basketball in the front yard, layup after layup after layup, and I would say, well, practice makes perfect. And he would say, no, honey, practice makes permanent. How you practice is what becomes permanent. So think about what that self-talk is. So I'm going to close in sharing with you a story that's been really impactful for me in my career that I hope you will think about and maybe have a nugget as you take it away. This is actually a story that's by an individual named Mauricio Estrella that's called How a Password Changed My Life. How could she do something like this to me? Said the voice in my head over and over. It was 2011, and I was stuck in the middle of a pretty bad depression due to my divorce. Thankfully, I was smart enough and had great people around me, so I managed my way out. One day, I walk into the office, as all of you will do one of these days, and my computer screen showed me the following message. Your password has expired. Click Change Password to change your password. I read this dumb message in my mind with an angry grandpa voice. The darn password has expired. At my workplace, the Microsoft Exchange server is configured to ask thousands of employees around the planet to change their passwords every 30 days. Here's what's annoying. The server forces us to use at least one uppercase character, at least one lower alphabetic, at least one symbol, and at least one number. Oh, and the whole thing can't be less than 8 characters. And I can't use the same password anytime in the 3-month period. I was furious that morning. A sizzling hot Tuesday, it was 9:40 a.m. and I was late to work. I was still wearing my bike helmet and had forgotten to eat breakfast. I needed to get things done before a 10 a.m. meeting, and changing passwords was going to be a waste of time. As the input field with the pulsating cursor was waiting for me to type a password, something I'd used many times every day, I remembered a tip I heard from my former boss, and I decided I'm going to use a password to change my life. It was obvious that I couldn't focus on getting things done with my current lifestyle and mood. Of course, there were clear indications of what I needed to do or what I had to achieve in order to regain control of my life, but we often don't pay attention to those clues. My password became the indicator. My password reminded me that I shouldn't let myself be the victim of my recent breakup and that I'm strong enough to do something about it. My password became forgive at H3R. I had to type the statement several times a day. Each time my computer would lock, each time my screensaver with her photo would appear, each time I would come back from eating lunch alone. In my mind, I went with the mantra that I didn't type a password. In my mind, I wrote, forgive her every day for a month. That simple action changed the way I looked at my ex-wife. That constant reminder that I should forgive her led me to accept the way things had happened at the end of my marriage and embrace a new way of dealing with the depression that I was drowning into. In the following days, my mood improved drastically. By the end of the second week, I noticed that this password became less powerful and it started to lose effect. A quick refresh of this mantra helped me. I thought to myself, I forgive her, as I typed it every time. The healing effect of it came back almost immediately. 1 month later, my dear Exchange server asked me again to renew my password. I thought about the next thing I had to get done. My password became quit at smoking forever. And guess what happened? I quit smoking overnight. This password was painful to me as I typed it during that month, but doing it helped me to yell at myself in my mind as I typed that statement. It motivated me to follow my monthly goal. 1 month later, my password became save for trip at Thailand. Guess where I went 3 months later? Thailand with savings. So I learned that I can truly change my life if I play it right. I kept doing this repeatedly month after month with great results. Here are some of the passwords from the last 2 years so you get an idea of how my life changed thanks to this method. Forgive at her, to my wife who started it all. Quit, my ex-wife. Quit at smoking forever. It worked. Save for trip at Thailand. It worked. Eat 2 times at day. It never worked, still fat. Sleep at before 12. It worked. Ask at her for date. It worked. I fell in love again. No at drinking 2 months. It worked. I feel better. Get at C for T. It worked. I have a beautiful cat. FaceTime to mom at Sunday. It worked. I talk with my son every day. Remember that for the mamas out there, you students, for your moms. And for one last month, save for at ring. I still anxiously await each month so I can change my password into something I need to get done. This method has consistently worked for me for the last 2 years, and I have shared it with a few close friends and relatives. I didn't think it was a breakthrough in tiny habits, but it did have a great impact on my life, so that's why I'm sharing it with you. If you try it with the right mindset and attitude, maybe it could change your life too. So as I leave you today and say congratulations to you amazing graduates to the Illinois Wesleyan class of 2026, I challenge you, believe in yourself, practice resilience, practice positive self-talk, and continue to feed yourself all of the goodness because you are well prepared to go out into the world to do well, to do good, and to make amazing contributions. And I look forward to following along on your journey. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Colleen. We may never look at passwords the same ever again. And if you're like me, they will expire on me multiple times in the future. Graduates, are you ready? We will now proceed to the awarding of degrees, starting with the School of Nursing and Health Sciences.
Mr. President, on behalf of the faculty of the School of Nursing and Health Sciences, it is my pleasure to present to you those candidates who have completed all requirements for the degree of Bachelor's of Science in Nursing.
By the authority vested in me by the Board of Trustees of Illinois Wesleyan University, I thereby confer the degree of Bachelor of Science in Nursing.
Lauren Elizabeth Albertini, magna cum laude. Maya Basan, summa cum laude. Juliana Renee Boyle. Kaylee Shayna Brasso, magna cum laude. Josephine Ray Chip, cum laude. Lanila Monet Chisholm. Valeria Collin. Mayuri Colindres Alvarado. Nina Gianna Conover. Debbie Ufoma Efetier, summa cum laude. Rebecca Marie Fajardo. Olivia Grace Galloway. Gavin Michael Gonzalez, magna cum laude. Zachary J. Hines, cum laude. Sophia Kate Holney. Madison Grace Hunt. John Robert Jones. Hayden James McKenzie, magna cum laude. Gracie Lee Miller, summa cum laude. Madison Elizabeth Provost. Kylie Lynn Rankin, magna cum laude. Kaya Jill Robbins, magna cum laude. Monica Therese Domingo Salonga, magna cum laude. Joseph Song. Mohammed Hussein Totten. Catherine Elizabeth Traugut, cum laude. Kennedy S. Tunk. Christopher Michael Wilson. And Riley Jean Wilford.
We will now move to the College of Fine Arts. First, we will award the School of Art and Design and the School of Theater Arts.
Mr. President, it is my pleasure to present you all the candidates who have completed the requirements for the degree Bachelor of Fine Arts.
By the authority vested in me by the Board of Trustees of Illinois Wesleyan University, I thereby confer the degree Bachelor of Fine Arts.
For candidates in the School of Art and Design receiving the Bachelor of Fine Arts in Art. Alyssa Christine Gurman, magna cum laude. Cameron C. Irvin, magna cum laude. Haley Rootberg. Georgia Abigail Grace Sharwarko.
For candidates in the School of Theater Arts receiving the Bachelor of Fine Arts in Theater Arts, including acting, theater design and technology, and music theater. Catherine Jo Alderman, magna cum laude. Jack Berleman Paul. Ekaterina Kuznetova, magna cum laude. Delaney Elizabeth Guiney, magna cum laude. Caitlin Nicole Jones, cum laude. Jack Anthony Klein, magna cum laude. Sam Lant. Malia Delphine Neeson, cum laude. Teria Alicia O'Neill. Gabriella Renee Rosen, summa cum laude. And Hannah Grace Stepp, summa cum laude.
Mr. President, on behalf of the faculty of the School of Music, it is my pleasure to present those students who have successfully completed all requirements for the degrees Bachelor of Music and Bachelor of Music Education.
By the authority vested in me by the Board of Trustees of Illinois Wesleyan University, I thereby confer the degree Bachelor of Music and Bachelor of Music Education.
Jackson Gray Baker, cum laude. Connie Kim. Anna Maria Noga. Daniel Alexander Boy. Elijah Ray Dalla. Maya Hawksworth, summa cum laude. Andrew Lin, cum laude. Owen Lau, magna cum laude.
We will now proceed to the awarding of the bachelor degrees for the College of Liberal Arts.
Mr. President, it is my honor to present those candidates who have completed the requirements as defined by the faculty for the degrees Bachelor of Arts and Bachelor of Science.
By the authority vested in me by the Board of Trustees of Illinois Wesleyan University, I thereby confer the degrees Bachelor of Arts and Bachelor of Science.
Grace Marie Abrams. Alexis Alvarez, summa cum laude. Anisha Amaravini. Malia May Ames, cum laude. Gavin Albert Anderson. Elidia Apolinar. Mariana Arias. Justin Rohan Aria. Davis Ali Ashman, magna cum laude. David J. Baer. Amari Baiza. Junie Daniel Bay, summa cum laude. Sarah Bali. Erin Elizabeth Banya. Ava Bardick. Justin Barnett. Peter Michael Basta. Islam Batrobekov. Summa cum laude. Eli August Finch Becker, magna cum laude. Anna Christine Beckman. Nathan Michael Bibby, cum laude. Abraham Bradley Bishop, summa cum laude. Zachary Blazik. Nathan Alexander Bolt, cum laude. Steven Borojovic. Luis Felipe Vieira Boceto, cum laude. Canon Carrie Boyd, magna cum laude. Mitchell Robert Briza. Amon L. Brown. Otis James Burris, summa cum laude. Olivia Ann Busby. Molly Grace Busher. Cody Douglas Buskell, cum laude. Emily Dawn Butler, cum laude. Travion Campbell. Kaylee J. Carew, magna cum laude. Peyton Elaine Carlock. Alex Thomas Corello. Christopher Joshua Edward Carter. Cynthia Castro. Gianna Grace Serta. Jonathan Glenn Chulo, cum laude. Carlo Rocco Kolak, magna cum laude. Eileen Elizabeth Conklin, magna cum laude. Alyssa Sue Conley, summa cum laude. Leslie Noami Contreras. Benji W. Corbett.
Bree Elizabeth Cordray. Kyle A. Correll, magna cum laude. Lucas W. Costello, cum laude. Dominic Edward Covington. Jenna Marie Cox, summa cum laude. Adriana Rose Crabtree, magna cum laude. Daniel Gregory Crawford. Zach Henry Daniel, magna cum laude. Ren Keating Villanova David, summa cum laude. William Chadwick Davidsmeyer, summa cum laude. Rianne Maxine Davis. Elizabeth Atlas Davis, cum laude. Sarvinoza Davla Torova. Margot Chris Dawson. Annalise Ashante de Jesus Hernandez, summa cum laude. Isabella Marie DeMonica, summa cum laude. Ella Grace DeYoung, magna cum laude. Swikrat Donnerker, summa cum laude. Janani Dharmarajan, summa cum laude. Annalise Marie Di Giovanni. Thad Philip Dillo, magna cum laude. Emma Rose Douglas. Noah Miles Dredska. Ariana Isabella Dunn. Nicholas Michael Edelin, magna cum laude. Selena Elgo Saini, magna cum laude. Ashton Andrew James Elder. Tyler Ryan Engel, summa cum laude. Brooke Eliana Earhard, cum laude. Logan Andrew Faith, summa cum laude. Aiden Jeffrey Ferguson. Francesca Hope Figueroa Diaz, in absentia. Jack Thomas Flagg. Maya W. Fleming, magna cum laude. Jacob Flores Gomez. Jason Flores Gomez. Samuel David Fogarty, summa cum laude. Landon Richard Kindle Ford. Carly Emma Fountain, magna cum laude. Joseph Patrick Friedman, magna cum laude. Taylor Christine French. Mark Owen Freudkor, summa cum laude. Haley Suzanne Gabbard, summa cum laude. Emily Catherine Galvin, summa cum laude. Caden Gamelgard. Caroline Shields Gatchell. Braden Lee Gamalik, cum laude. Xavier Louis Garone, magna cum laude. Isabella D. Gonzalez. Keel Gordon. Matthew James Gordon. Jenna Kelsey Gravitt, summa cum laude. Jordan Alexandria Griffin, cum laude. Paige Ann Griffin. Tanner Robert Grimsley. Brianna Stephanie Grayshak. Catherine Leanne Gund. Seth Michael Hammerski, cum laude. Madison Elizabeth Hamilton, summa cum laude. Griffin John Hammond, magna cum laude. Luke A. Hansen, cum laude. Sarah Meyer Hart, summa cum laude. Aiden Michael Healy, cum laude. Joshua Alexander Heary. Kira Christine Henderson. Vianney Hernandez Pimentel. Kenneth Michael Holdman. Isabella Suzanne Houchin. Griffin Alexander Rayback, magna cum laude. Lily Huang, magna cum laude. Marshall Allen Ingold, magna cum laude.
Evan Charles Irwin, summa cum laude. Nazar Islamov. Kayla Marine Maxine Davis. Peyton Michelle Jacob, summa cum laude. Amir Askarovich Genebaev, cum laude. Dana Marie Janik, magna cum laude. J. Ernest Jenkins Jr., cum laude. Alawatu Bolaboba, Alawato Bolobia, Jimmy George, cum laude. Maria Johnson, summa cum laude. Zachary Jones, cum laude. Mihailo Yavonovich. Kalabi Kamau, magna cum laude. Samuel Edward Kedzior, summa cum laude. Cole Kennedy. Daniel Kent. Mohammed Nassim Khalil, cum laude. Liam Cecilia Patrick Killian. Ryan Benji Kirshner, magna cum laude. Brianna Nicole Kaiser, cum laude. Elijah Kolawole. Tom Takushi Komatsu. Brady Stephen Kornak. Kaylee Isabel Kashevsky, cum laude. Miles Richard Lehart, summa cum laude. Van Lay, cum laude. Matthew Daniel Lindberg. Wanda Lucille Lindquist, summa cum laude. Martha Lippick, summa cum laude. Grace Elizabeth Liskowitz, cum laude. Andrew James London. Evan Christian Lauder. Matthew Jacob Lunsford. Laura Jewel Malum. Daniel Brian Malone, summa cum laude. Zachary Edward Marquardt, summa cum laude. James D. Murray. James Patrick Martin, cum laude. Kylie A. Mattis, cum laude. Thomas McCormick. Nicholas Bradley McCulley. Maya Page McGrew. William James McHugh, cum laude. Dieris Amir McQuarter, cum laude. Julia Ann Meyer Gross. Benjamin Thomas Michalowski, magna cum laude. Cade Z. Myers, cum laude. Jace Robert Milka. Jaden Lee Miller, cum laude.
Kaylee Shea Miller, cum laude. C. Du Miet, cum laude. Nazanin Mirzoeva, summa cum laude. Robert Weller Magid, cum laude. Matthew Emmett Molson, cum laude. Jackson Thomas Moore, summa cum laude. Trayvon Jamar Moore. Andreas Morales Gomez. Marin Leanne Moss, magna cum laude. Christopher Michael Mueller, magna cum laude. Claire Elizabeth Mulconry, magna cum laude. Caden James Muhlendor. Lily Marie Muto. Kelsey I. Nava, cum laude. Brooke Catherine Nazos. Jack William Nevins. Sadie Ann Marie Newton. Braden Michael Neft. Isabel Rebecca Nieto. Karsten Jens Nordley. James Elliott Notrika. Suhas Lucana Bueno, cum laude. Jessica Oliva Navarro, cum laude. Brandon Ornelas. John Mario Orico. Andrew Elliott Ortega. Nicole F. Otero. Griffin Timothy Tunks Owens. Brooke Ann Pichetti, magna cum laude. Dominique Aquino Paris, magna cum laude. Noah Xavier Pisoni. Jael Grace Paul. Rihanna Guevara Pexon. Joshua Riley Pale, summa cum laude. Treshana Catherine Perry. Casey John Petrowski. Michael James Palafas. Leah Autumn Plath. Natalie Porter. Claire Sloan Post. Michaela Olivia Jamae Powell, cum laude. Kylie M. Power, cum laude. Alex Glenn Prairie. Madeline Elizabeth Press, magna cum laude. Ava Marie Prop. Trevor Lawrence Prop. Jake Ryan Pullum, summa cum laude. Abigail Elizabeth Quinn, cum laude. Zoe Ann Razakowski, magna cum laude. Anusha Mohana Rainey, magna cum laude. Jennifer Ranhil Martinez, summa cum laude. Sebastian Raskin. Rachel Whitney Radley, magna cum laude. Eileen Rita Riley. Eliana May Rowell Beck, cum laude. Ernesto Fabian Reyes, summa cum laude. Sarah Nicole Reapy, magna cum laude. Jackson Brian Roberts, cum laude. Michael James Rocco, summa cum laude. Vadim Oleski Sadovsky, cum laude. Alexis Selena Cezanne. Trevor D. Selman. Ethan B. Sanders. Jishnu Satish Reddy, summa cum laude. Claire Grace Scavone, magna cum laude. Christian Ray Schlaniger, summa cum laude. Christian Alexander Schmidt. Ashlyn M. Schnuty. Adam Christopher Schofield. Emily Josephine Schubert.
Jahari Romaine Scott. Samuel Cooper Scott. Brandy Alexandria Cerna, cum laude.
Free Palestine!
Cole James Shamhart, cum laude. Samantha Christine Shanks. Chloe Shapkowski, summa cum laude. Raphael James Singh, cum laude. Jeremiah Joseph Smazel, III, magna cum laude. Michaela Marie Smedley. Asa Muirhead Smith, magna cum laude. Hallie Lynn Smith, summa cum laude. Rayon Janae Smith, cum laude. Michael Gregory Spitzer, cum laude. Dylan Riley Stecklack. Valeria Suarez, magna cum laude. Kaylee Ann Swickford. Jacob Charles Tackett, magna cum laude. Otabek Jajiv. Hannah Marie Teller, summa cum laude. Jaelia Joanne Theron, magna cum laude. Logan Patrick Tierney. Nicholas Scott Tingley, magna cum laude. Olivia Pearl Tyree, summa cum laude. Lucas Bet Tron, cum laude. Autumn Tremmel, summa cum laude. Ian Mitcher Tomball. Benjamin Jovis Vigneri, summa cum laude. Samantha Marie Voss, cum laude. Owen Mark Vukolich. Logan Andrew Wallace. Hayden Scott Warfield. Nathan Michael Waterman, cum laude. Reagan Noel Watts. Joel Michael Weber. Gavin Rojas Wenzel. Isaac Edward Whitaker. Sawyer Grace White, summa cum laude. Thomas Anthony Willard, magna cum laude. David A. Williams. Megan Catherine Williams, magna cum laude. Jordan Russell Winninger, cum laude. Maeve Beatrix Wissinger, summa cum laude. Casey Ray Wismiller. Gage Wesley Wolf. Samaj Venus Young, magna cum laude. Delilah Zan Guzanova, magna cum laude. Weifan Cho, magna cum laude.
It is an honor to serve at a university so rich in history and tradition. In recognition of the completion of the degree requirements, all of our 2026 graduates may move your tassels to the left side of your mortarboards. Only at Illinois Wesleyan University do the words of a former president live through the decades of time and have been repeated many times today. So let me one final time, through the voices of our musicians, speak the words of our creed. Do well, do good. Ladies and gentlemen, may I present to you the Illinois Wesleyan University graduating class of 2026.
What's your passion?
What's your passion?
What's your passion?
What's your passion?
Are you a writer, creator, dancer,